find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here. Winners of 7 of their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
And off we go from Denver. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 79 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Mullen. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Vikings send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, go!
Throwing on first down. Dillard. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow.
Come on.
You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. To throw again. Dillard. And this is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
18, right here. Ready.
On 3rd down, Dillard. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They find some open field here. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake. Mullen. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Drew Sanders in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun. Mullen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. If you look at this Bronco defense, against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And a 3-and-out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that 1st drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves job that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off play action. Dillard. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Broncos at 7-2 here on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Pack the 60. Pack ready.
Shifts by him. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Looking to throw. Dillard. Oh, he's got that wide open, complete. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Dillard steps away. That's caught left side by Judy. And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Off the bootleg. Dillard rolling to his right. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing to start the drive. Mullen, pass complete to Addison. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it is caught. And he will have the Vikings 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. This 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Back to throw again. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be.
You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
He gets it to Addison. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On first down, Mullen looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 7.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Denver's offense now set to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Go, Reed, go.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Back to throw. Dillard. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Mullen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mullen. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Ready up.
Now they'll shift things around. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
25-yard line.
Dragon 60. Hustle.
Looking to throw. Dillard. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Completes this to Addison out left. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Mullen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incomplete, and the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken right around the 44. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. A final shot before break. Dillard. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Broncos offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a throw here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 2nd down. Dillard. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Pass to 60. Pass to 60. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Dillard. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Operating from the gun, Dillard. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity. And be
now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Mullen. Addison holds it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
On the check.
16 yards.
19 Tiger, 19. Hey. Unlock line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw on 3rd down. Mullen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? You go with a bigger guy to try and use size. Can't go with a try, go with a corner.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
89 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Mullen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On 3rd down, Mullen. And that is incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd motion because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this third quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's 3rd and 3. And now an audible here into something else. They'll try for the first with Walker.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Able to slither by. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's good. 4 on Denver.
Off play action. Dillard.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the gun, it's Walker. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Dillard. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8.
Looking to throw. Dillard
setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Operating from the gun. Dillard to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Check smash, tempo.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Ready.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Here we go. Check. Panther. Reload.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brought down by Drew Sanders. 1-yard gain. Brings up
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Mullen. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Looking to throw. Mullen.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal. 18 roll.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I would have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
95 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Mullen looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go on 4th down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that gives him a 3-point lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Let's go.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Panther 60.
Off the play fake. Dillard. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Wide open receiver complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He finds Smith and Jigba. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And quickly they get to the line.
Panther Street.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Right there.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
Fighting him off. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Come on.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Dillard. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't think there will be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Taking the sideline grin as well.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Mullen.
Pass complete. It's Hawkinson.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And take it right on the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
And we get another look now at this Broncos offense.
They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines
because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here comes second down at 5. A give for Walker running right.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Dillard. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 and on the way to the 3. I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping it out of the end zone.
Yeah, you look at a silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that
One
up?
of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no